Welcome back to Game Dads Play Games, where we get a little sleepy at night.
It's not sleepy time yet.
It's just because we ate more than we should have. Anyways, so watch this and practice game design, and that's how our beginning catchphrase goes. After overcoming the dissidents in a decisive victory, you return to the wagon to recover from the night's ordeals and figure out how best to proceed.
You all right, Rookie? Think so, chum. I just need a little time. Didn't count on Barker being caught up in all this. You don't owe him your conscience. You'll sort things out with him. You always do.
I do not wish to interrupt, but the dark of night is waning.
Rita, would you join us outside, please?
You find Jodariel and the lone minstrel gazing in the sky up above the valley, which is beginning to grow pale. Look toward the stars.
The destination!
I'm gonna go here. Alright.
Ooh. What? What?
That's where I am currently. Then it is as I feared. We're to press further north because the valley and beneath the valley into the flagging hands.
The scribes are watching over us. They will protect us wherever we go.
Famous last words. Had you been to the flagging hands, you would not say such things. The scribes have surely turned their back on that place.
If I may, the bleakness of flagging hands shall wear upon you, to be sure. I urge for you to take what rest you can, for all you shall need your strength upon the road ahead.
Your fellow exiles agreed to turn in for the remainder of the night. At dawn, you shall have to press deeper into the downside.
What if that skeleton was just constantly emanating a noise like...
No. It'd be like, ow, ow.
What's that sparkling bit up there in the nest?
I don't know.
That's Tizo's nest.
You can tell something is troubling Rookie, though he seems relieved to see you.
Hey, chum, listen, I got to level with you real quick. You remember Barker, don't you?
Nope.
You literally just fought him. Not exactly easy to forget, though. I believe you me, I try. Well, he's got me by the scruff. I've been down here a little while, and as you can see by now, but Barker, he's been here longer. He's made quite a name down here. As for me, I needed help, you understand? I had a certain standard to uphold, so I grew this mustache.
And colored his tail green.
And that's why I did not realize it was green.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
his name is Greentail. Literally, this all right here is tipped green. I want to know if he actually dyed it himself or not.
I really hope so. So I figured he would be the one to ask.
Then Rookie hesitates. But then, his familiar grin returns.
So, what if I owe him? Though, right, chum, I got people back on the other side, and, just between us, we're loaded. I mean, rich. My little problem with Barker. Soon it's gonna take care of itself, just as soon as my people send the money through.
Other famous last words.
Yeah, right. So, I am telling you right here and right now, don't you even worry about it. I'm sure everything will be in the front. It's going to end up real tidy real soon.
With that, he scampers off before you can respond. It seems Rookie owes a debt of some sort. What is on the line exactly? You're unsure.
I love the little, like, bring, like, yes, I've still got it.
It's very anime-ish, you know what I mean? Like, when they make a really big deal out of, like, making a speech or something, you're like, ah! And, like...
It's like action lines, except it's, like, dialogue emphasis.
Tizo's nest.
Scree!
Scree!
But why was it glimmering before?
I don't know.
Ow!
Ow! Ow!
Why?
Come dawn, you find Hedwyn and Jotaro assessing the current situation with the minstrel. Are you most certain?
Aye, madam. I make no claim that the journey shall be pleasant, but it is necessary.
Edward motions to you as they continue talking.
Seems we'll have some work to do once we arrive in Flagging Hands. Let's get going as soon as you're ready. sooner we're there, the sooner we can leave. Ow!
No, don't go. Ow.
Come back!
Oh.
Ooh, this feels very Bastion.
Yeah.
Look at those colors. It's like Bastion had a lot of swampland kind of stuff, but like similar color palette, and it's those marsh stalks that I think remind me of it most.
I always think of like bushes when I think of that, and which is weird because there was only like one area that was about like the bushlands or whatever, but
yeah,
that's one of the levels that sticks out to me. It was also very colorful. Anything new here? Nope.
All right.
Consider how to proceed. The flagging hands region proves as dismal as Jodariel indicated. The air is thick and foul.
How far to Pit Millith?
Stars, where we go next? Millith?
I think it's just Millith.
All the way across the marshlands on the coast.
Rita, would you join me in the wagon for a moment? We have matters to discuss.
Jodariel and Hedwyn exchange looks, then she turns to you. Go, see what he wants.
There's a thing there. Thank you for your time, Rita. I have something for you on behalf of my client. Before you is an artifact called the Beyond Crystal.
That's all he has to do every time he says it. An ancient artifact connected to the rites. You observe a shimmering crystal of some sorts beside the Book of Rites.
As you have surmised, the triumvirates you are to confront during the rites, so stop at nothing to prevail against you. They'll have prepared for this for quite some time. The Beyond Crystal may help ensure that you are as well prepared in turn. It is a resource now at your disposal to be used at your discretion. Gaze upon it and you shall see what I mean.
I'm gonna look at it.
Thanks.
The Beyond Crystal seeks Ruki.
What?
That's what it said.
That's creepy.
Yeah. Look upon the shimmering surface of the Beyond Crystal. Some of your senses fail, though you retain a hold over your consciousness. An apparition appears before you, clad in the raiments of the rites, but incorporeal.
I sense that you are not a total idiot.
She reaches for the glass on her mask.
So the Nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners? You must be their lovely Rita. Please call me Sandra. We met briefly before when first beheld the book. When you were stuck inside of it, I was among the phantoms, your companion Spanish there, no doubt stroking their egos. You listened well enough to that damned voice. Now I suggest you listen well to me. I am bound in service to you. I know the rights better than anyone. First, I offer the Scrabble tries to the rude friend of yours. Secondly, I am the Beyonders of the Veil to practice rights, so you should be inclined. Or you could always come and chat.
All right, cool.
Ruined all of my fun.
Hate you.
She's a phantom. You gotta talk with a phantom pronunciation.
That's what's on her mind.
Question of the day. Could anyone actually understand what I was saying?
Yeah.
I do appreciate the effort to make small talk with me, reader. Anything to break from the monotony of staring at the void within this place. Not that I could see it if I tried.
She'll answer this or maybe herself.
Certainly, I could make talk with my fellow Beyonders, trapped in here as they are with me. You might expect that we all would keep each other company. There's just one problem there, however. We're all sick of one another.
She laughs again, perhaps not at her joke, but instead at her predicament.
I do exaggerate to some extent, but there's a certain truth in this. We have been stuck in there long enough that we have grown more distant rather than close. But I had best not wear out my welcome with the likes of you, as I have long since done with all the others here. So, carry on for now, and if those fools with whom you travel learn something, come bring them forth to me, and I shall see to it that they learn some more.
Alright, so we could do...
Request a tribal escape trial.
Oh my god. We do a scribe trial.
Indeed, it looks as though one of those failures of yours is ready for a lesson in pain. All right. Well. Oh. Interesting.
So it has to be him.
So certain context has to take place. So that's why it said you needed Rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. What?
We asked Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Rookie.
With the loudmouth cur, I suppose that he's ready technically, though I have a litany of reservations about him. But let's bring him forth.
Soon Rookie appears and heeds of the summon.
Chum, why are you looking at me like that? Why'd you bring me here?
What's book again?
Oh God, what is happening? Oh no, not again.
Pyre. Pyre.
All right, what's the big idea, huh? Is this some kind of trick you're playing, chum?
The apparition Sandra then appears and unfastens her mask.
Shut chum, snout, and listen well, cur. You answer to me here. This is my domain. What? Your mouth runs quicker than those stubby little paws. You have much to learn if you have any intent to prevail in the rights. Let's see how you fare without the benefit of your trusted comrades, save for your lovely reader. I guess it's you and me then, huh, chum, wherever you are.
I'm reading a book.
I do not want this. I never asked for this. There is too much here. Oh.
Oh, right. So,
You slow them down when you're aiming at them? Or am I just seeing things?
You might just be saying things.
You just like seem to speed up really quick.
Yeah!
Well, you done fucked up. Oh, I thought you had him. Ouch. Oof. I think you just gotta grab it and run.
Oh yeah, I do. Oh.
Have you done this before? Oh, they have
yeah.
a lower health.
Oh yeah, I'm much farther.
I guess this is kind of... Yeah, they haven't really given us anything that's easy to miss so far. Like, it's definitely been a little railroaded, which, like, I don't think is necessarily a bad thing.
Bonk.
Nice.
Full throw. Full throw, get.
throw.
I wanna kill them all.
Yeah, do you feel as though the narrative should
Boom.
have a little bit more, like, options?
Oh no.
Ooh. Or do you think it matters?
Do I think that the narrative?
Yeah, because it's kind of a railroaded experience thus far. Like, they have us make choices during paths, but it's sort of arbitrary. Especially because we don't really know whether or not a
Usually
path is...
those choices just lead to like items or something.
Yeah, and because we have no real concept of what risk we're making,
No.
it becomes
Ow.
a pointless option. It literally does not matter which way we choose because you get
You're gonna
basically
get
the
there
same
anyway.
result. And so, I don't think that they should necessarily take that out, but it does, like, leave me to ask, or to, like, it... Having options like that begs the question of, like, why not have options elsewhere?
Mm-hmm.
And I think, like, choosing where we go for the rights wouldn't make sense contextually and gameplay-wise, because that would be too much work to build in options for. But, like, there's not a lot of options when it comes to interacting with characters, or, like, we're not really making... I guess, like, I keep coming back to, like, Banner Saga, for example, where we're making a lot of choices throughout the journey, and that's part of what makes the journey interesting. This isn't really... We're not making choices through the journey, so the journey is more of a linear experience.
I agree. It's completely linear.
And I don't think that's a bad thing.
What I hope is that it starts off linear and then branches out, because it's like choose where the next star is. You're not really choosing any of that. It's always the same star. So I'm wondering if it hits a certain point, then you get to like start taking branching paths.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we finally get to the point where we've done all the quote unquote rights, and the promise that we were given falls through and we have to find another way to get through, I think that'd make for a really interesting story. That'd be in line with how, like, Supergiant has kind of structured the narrative in their other games.
There's usually, like, some mic drop situation, like,
right.
Oh,
and
just kidding, everything's terrible.
And to be fair, Supergiant traditionally makes linear experiences. So,
Yeah.
like, it wouldn't be surprising if the narrative
They're
here
more
is
about
too.
telling you the story than you are to, like, make your own.
Mm-hmm. That is how we do it, right, chum? It is, and I acknowledge, likewise, that you did not do it on your own, despite having to face my demon friends all by yourself. You passed my test, Kerr. Congratulations are in order, to both to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Bye. Bye, Felicia. That's all the byes I know. That was a cool challenge, though.
Yeah.
It, weirdly enough, it reminds me of the dream sequences in Bastion. That Sandra kind of gives me the shakes. Know what I mean, chum? Kind of creepy. Hey, what's that you got?
What if, like, okay, so what if, like, every, couple of years, Supergiant comes out with a game, and then after, like, the 10th one, it turned out that it was all in, like, the same universe at different times, and they just kind of, like, portal it together.
I could totally believe it. It'd be a little weird at this point, but I could totally believe it.
It could play like Super Smash Brothers. It'd be great.
Hey, what's that you got?
You received Jomir's Fang for completing Rookie's trial. Accept the reward. I think I will.
Sweet.
Let's find out what it does. Huh?
What do you do?
What does this thing do? Is this rank 5, Legendary Talisman. After Rookie casts his aura, it lingers longer than usual.
By 200%.
So, fun thing about it. Oh, okay, it is only usable by Rookie. At first I thought you could put on anyone, but it only benefited him. That would have been funny. Anyway, gnashing his teeth and howling with joy, the brazen Alpha Chief threw himself at danger. So, yeah, cast his aura. Lingers longer than usual.
I mean, that's pretty legit.
Pretty.
It's
well,
definitely an upgradable kind of thing. Wow.
So it goes up to 220%.
That's a pretty good increase.
Yeah. So, yeah, lasts twice as long. That's kind of cool.
I wonder how many times you can upgrade an item. Like, if there's a limit.
Well, so one thing I will tell you is, like, this is just a pinch of Stardust. There are other items that will increase the rank by 2 or 3. So
can you upgrade Stardust?
Don't think so. You can just get larger things of Stardust.
Can't, like, drag it onto each other? Oh, no. It's now 2 pinches of Stardust.
Wait, what if you put on an empty slot? Oh, look at that.
Oh, not setting up the chairs next time.
Okay. Give you your ability thing. Cool. So that's what you get for doing the trial. Now, if we go back, we can
Something else I could do for you, Rita?
we can also just do a practice run. And all it is a no experience game practice run.
That's I think, really important to have.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're, like, stuck.
Especially at this point in the game, it would have made sense to actually get that earlier because, had I not actually been playing outside,
Yeah.
or like having another run at home,
Then you might have been struggling.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the point, right? Like, maybe they wanted you to experience the game. And, like, it has been easier up to this point. So, like, I don't know. Maybe it's at this point that they're like, if you are away from the game for, like, say, a couple of weeks, and you come back, you need a practice to kind of, like, get back in shape.
Which is basically what happened.
Yeah.
You find everyone is feeling rather miserable. You sense that since just being in flagging hands eats away at one's spirit, only the imp Tizo seems unaffected. Oh, everybody lost one hope.
No. A moment, Rita. There are several courses here that could take us through flagging hands. If you choose to prolong your stay, it may be worth your while. However, your companion spirits shall likely suffer more.
Oh, we got 3 choices. What do these do?
Can we actually choose to stay, though?
No, it's not about staying. It's about, like, taking the longer route.
Oh.
Well, Minstrel says that you can get a valuable item if you take a job here.
Ooh.
Headwind suggests that taking this faster route will reduce your companion's loss of hope. And he suggests you can improve a talisman if you take a job here.
Interesting.
Yeah, so do we get a new item, or do we improve upon an older one? I think this is probably just going to give us more dust, is my guess.
That's my assumption too.
So, new item?
I say so, yeah.
New item.
We'll be fine with the lost hope.
New item. New item.
Hope was
Newdom.
no good, no how.
Yeah, we don't need no hope. Don't need no hope. The North route their flagging hands is dismal beyond reckoning. There's little talk amongst your group, yet you sense despair encroaching. Only Tizo seems unaffected. More lost hope. Later, you accompany the lone minstrel in pursuit of his task here.
Speak not directly to the living shade, and be true to your heart when responding to its inquiries, and make no attempt to look at it in the eye.
Oh, the lone minstrel offers these and other words of advice as you approach the burial mounds of the cold moat. Massive grave.
Through...
Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Where many exiles of the downside see their final days. A glimmer of shade appears before you and stands surrounded by the dead. You barely see it, and it does not speak, but you feel its thoughts pierce your heart and mind. According to the shade, the book that you possess may lay some of the fallen here to rest. The shade leaves you to your work. You turn through the book, locating passage concerning freedom in the spirit. You recite such words and see best fit to each of the fallen you see. So, the book we have allows us to do the rites and also can lay the dead to rest.
I mean, like, we're sort of in limbo, so I can kind of maybe see that being the case.
Shade resurfaces after a while. It leads you to a hollow stump, then fades away. Yeah. We found Nox Room.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, just be sold for 50.
Money.
Journey onward.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, if we bought the dust for 3 gold, we just got an item
For 50.
for 50.
Yeah.
I think we chose the better route.
Unless it was like a really large source of dust.
I mean, that's true, too.
Increases it by 10 levels. By the time you reach the pit of Milith, everyone beside the imp Tizo seems to be feeling even worse than before. You sense their desire to leave this place as soon as possible. Most of your fellow exiles lost +1 hope for the rites. Notice how it's not affecting Tizo, so they're like basically like Tizo will be at full health. Use Tizo.
Yup. All right, well, we're at that time, so we should call it
stop
here.
in place.
Yeah, because we just got that autosave.
Yeah. Sweet autosave. Look at this thing. It has eyes and
I see you.
what's going on? What's going on here? All right. Anyway, question of the day.
Question of the day: How does Pyre having a linear narrative? I guess maybe like, how are they utilizing that well? I think is the question I want to ask.
I think it's more like how does Supergiant Games with Pyre having a linear story? How does that? Damn, I had it and then I lost it. I had a really good question and then I lost it.
How does it maybe like change the design of the game? Affect the design? Something along those lines.
You know, here's the question today. Well, most games nowadays are starting to push more toward sandbox design games with a open story where players actually basically design their own experience as they play. How does a linear story like Pyre live up to that?
Yeah,
Not
okay.
live up to it, but I guess, you know,
Compare.
Yeah, challenge it.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. We figured it out. We did it.
Yeah.
We did, everybody. Goodbye.
Thank you for watching.
See you.
Bye.
Pyre. Bye. Fire.